Night fell over Metropolis, a dark blanket pierced by the glowing tips of skyscrapers. High above, a silent guardian patrolled the skies. Superman, his red cape a stark contrast against the velvet black, scanned every street, every rooftop. Ever since the last encounter with Dr. Malrix, he felt an unease settling over the city. It was calm, yes, but a fragile calm, like glass on the verge of shattering. Down below, inside the bustling newsroom of the Daily Planet, Clark Kent sat at his desk. To the world, he was just another reporter typing away. But in reality, he was listening, his super hearing tuned to every police scanner and emergency frequency across the metropolis. He was waiting. Lois Lane strode over, her face serious, a tablet glowing in her hands. "Clark, I found something," she said, her voice low. "Satellite disruptions. They're military grade, but the signature. It's not from any country on Earth." Clark looked up, his concern plain to see even behind the disguise of his glasses. "When did it start?" "An hour ago," Lois replied. "And it's getting worse." Before Clark could respond, a violent tremor shook the entire building. A deep, resonant hum vibrated through the air, followed by the distant sound of screams echoing up from the streets. Clark shot to his feet, his chair scraping back. "Lois, get everyone to safety," he commanded, his voice firm as he already moved toward the emergency exit. Seconds later, Superman burst through the clouds high above Metropolis. The sky itself seemed to rip open as a colossal alien vessel materialized, its sheer size casting an immense shadow that swallowed the city whole. The ship's hull pulsed with a familiar, menacing purple energy. Then, a booming voice, amplified and unnatural, echoed from the ship. "People of Earth, your energy belongs to us." Without hesitation, Superman flew straight toward the behemoth, his fists clenched, a scarlet and blue missile against the dark metal. As he closed the distance, energy cannons erupted from the ship's surface, firing blinding purple beams. He twisted and dodged at impossible speeds, the blasts searing the air where he'd just been. With a final, powerful push, he slammed into the ship's hull, tearing through layers of alien alloy-like paper. Inside, the corridors pulsed with the same eerie light, the walls covered in strange, glowing symbols. Suddenly, the entire corridor shifted. Gravity reversed, throwing Superman violently against the ceiling. Dr. Malrix appeared, floating on a platform, his expression one of calm, triumphant confidence. "You see, Superman," Malrix's voice echoed in the chamber, "your strength means nothing in an environment that I control." Superman struggled against the disorienting force, his muscles straining, but he was more than just strength. He focused, his mind adapting, calculating, and with a powerful push, he stabilized himself in the shifting gravity and charged. The two collided in a cataclysmic shockwave that rattled the very frame of the ship. Malrix, unfazed, activated a device on his wrist. A shimmering field of energy enveloped Superman, and he instantly felt his power draining away, weakening with every passing second. Back on Earth, the city began to die. Metropolis lost its power again. Hospital lights flickered and went dark. Trains screeched to a halt on their tracks. Panic, cold and sharp, spread faster than the encroaching darkness. Aboard the ship, Superman fell to one knee, breathing heavily, the energy field suffocating his power. In his mind, memories flashed his birth parents on a dying Krypton, the kind faces of Jonathan and Martha Kent on the farm, the unwavering strength of Lois in the newsroom. These were the sources of his true power. He clenched his fist, the leather of his suit groaning, and forced himself back to his feet. "You don't take hope from people," Superman growled, his voice filled with renewed resolve. "You inspire it." With an incredible surge of will, he shattered the energy field around him. The device on Malrix's wrist exploded in a shower of sparks. Superman's eyes glowed a brilliant red, and he unleashed his heat vision, destroying the control console. The entire ship shook violently. Malrix stumbled back, a flicker of shock finally crossing his face. Superman closed the distance in an instant, grabbing Malrix's and smashing him through a wall of control panels. Warning alarms blared to life. This ship is going down. Malrix screamed, scrambling to activate an emergency escape pod. Superman ignored him. He flew toward the ship's core, a swirling vortex of purple energy. With immense effort, he grabbed the containment field and redirected the massive energy beam away from Metropolis, blasting it harmlessly into the blackness of deep space. The ship, its core unstable, exploded high above the atmosphere, a brilliant, silent firework that lit up the night sky like a falling star. From the heart of the fire, a figure emerged. Superman, carrying the unconscious Dr. Malrix, descended slowly toward the waking city. By morning, Metropolis stood intact. The sun rose, casting its warm glow over the skyline as Superman delivered Malrix to a new, state-of-the-art containment facility designed by STAR Labs. Later, on a quiet rooftop, Lois stood beside him, the gentle morning wind whipping around them. "You saved us again," she said softly. Superman managed a small smile. "I didn't do it alone. This city, its people. They never stop fighting." He gave her a nod, then launched himself into the bright morning sky. But as the hero soared away, deep beneath the city streets, a hidden signal activated. An unknown power, watching, waiting. The battle was over. But the war had just begun. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this story, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss what happens next. See you in the next one.